simply swipe to the right. But for now, I will turn it over to Randy Master, who's going to get us going.
Thanks, Madison, and thanks everybody for joining this afternoon. This is a special Thursday edition of CrowdView Live in the TennisONE app, presented by our great friends at K-Swiss. Now, the man joining us today, and I'm not talking about David Roditi, he is joining us, but we also have another guy joining us with some TCU in his blood, and that's a four-time champion on the ATP tour. He is currently the 11th ranked. Sorry guys, need a little bit more coffee. 11th ranked tennis player in the world. Please welcome to CrowdView Live, presented by K-Swiss, Mr. Cameron Norrie. Cameron, thanks so much for being with us today. Really, really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys, and just wanted to say what's up to Roditi. I've not even spoke to you since your great season. So, what's up, David? How you doing? All good?
Good, Cam. Great seeing you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Devin should be in there somewhere. He's also
Oh yeah.
as well. I don't know if he's on yet, but he will be joining.
Well, hello to Devin as well, if you're listening on here.
Yeah, so it's going to be a TCU reunion today. But first, Cameron, let's talk about where you are right now. I'm sure you're in the UK. Grass court season is upon us. Tell us about your preparation over on the grass right now. How's practice going? I know that you're playing Queens, where you had a lot of success last year. How are you feeling? You getting ready to play on your home turf, aren't you?
Feeling good. Yeah, just been getting ready on the grass. I took a week off after French Open just to rest. I played a lot over the clay, so nice to get back home here. I'm staying at the place. Really nice to be sleeping in my own bed, and yeah, the preparation's been good so far. That the weather's holding up pretty good the last couple of days, so it's been nice to get some movement on the grass and get some load in on the grass. But probably my favorite time of year. I get to be home and staying in my own place, and all the tournaments pretty close to where I'm living, so it's a bonus. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting going on the grass for sure.
So when you talk about getting going on the grass, obviously you think about Queens, you think about the tune-ups, but then you think about Wimbledon, a place where you last year drew none other than the great Roger Federer in the third round. Can you talk about playing Federer at Wimbledon? What was that like, being the home guy, but also being kind of the away guy because you're playing Roger at the All England Club?
Yeah, that was sick, to be playing Roger on center court there, and to be in form and be playing good, and yeah, I was. It was a tricky one, looking down on the other side of the net. You're playing a 40-year-old, but he's bloody good, So that was great experience. I think a little bit if I'd started a little bit better the occasion, I think I was a little bit too aware of everything going in. But tough not to be, obviously playing center court against Roger, and managed to make a pretty good run, stealing the third set, and then ended up losing in 4 sets, and he played very well in the fourth set to take that. But unreal experience to play him there, and to do that, and yeah, looking forward to being back at Wimbledon again. Obviously, it's going to be pretty strange with no points on the line this year, so it's going to be an interesting one. But regardless, Wimbledon is Wimbledon. It's going to be a special event, and looking forward to it. And yeah.
Yeah, it's a special one for sure, and it's especially special for people like you, Cam, who reside in the UK, along with others greats like Emma Raducanu. You recently gave Emma some advice about playing Wimbledon. Basically, you were basically telling her to kind of chill out and just don't let that pressure get to her as the home favorite. How do you feel? How does Emma feel? How does an Andy Murray feel? How does a Laura Robeson feel? What's it like going out there at Wimbledon with all that pressure on your shoulders? How do you take that pressure off?
Yeah, I don't know if I have so much advice for Emma. I think she's got some advice for me. I mean, she's won a Grand Slam already, so I should be asking her for a little bit of advice. No, but I mean, it's a busy time of year. there's a lot of things going on with being at home and the hype around Wimbledon and the grass and everything. And for me, you have to embrace it and you have to go into it. You can't hide away. Everyone is watching. He knows your results. He knows how everyone's doing, and I think it's yeah, for me especially. I mean, it's not a surface that I'm played a lot on, and it's taken me obviously a couple years to feel comfortable on it, and especially with the movement. So um, yeah, it's great. You're like I said, I'm at home. I've got the home support. I can just go out and enjoy it, and you got to use it to my advantage. And you got the crowd there. You've got everyone wanting to do well, and for the first time in a while, my parents are here watching also, so that's special, and they can appreciate Wimbledon and enjoy with me. So I have no complaints at the moment.
Yeah, well, speaking of people that have no complaints, that would be Coach Roditi and Devin Bowen, who are on the call today, joining us. Thanks so much, guys, for coming on. I want you guys to be honest. Be honest. When Cam Norrie was a young kid at TCU, working his way up the ranks, playing in the Big 12, did you ever think, coaches, that you'd be sitting here today, looking at your former player at TCU in Fort Worth and saying, "Hey, this man is the number 11 player in the world"? Be honest. He's 11 in the world. Did you ever think he had that in him? Either coach. David, you want to
Devin, go
start?
ahead. Devin, are you there?
Devin just put yep on the chat.
That's very typical. I get this question asked a lot, and Devin, from day one, Devin was sold on day one. He's like, this guy. Who knows? The sky's the limit. The way I answer is, I knew he'd be top 100, maybe top 50, and then you never know. And then it's all about how Cameron would embrace the tour, how he would continue to develop, what how professional he would be. And I don't know if Devin had anything to do with it, or is it Facundo, or just Cameron and the way he was brought up. But he's one of his uh, the way that people would describe him on the tour, and I get this from coaches that I'm friends with, when they see the way he goes about his business on the tour, he's kind of known as one of the most professional guys out there. So, the sky's the limit. He keeps that up. Top 10 has been the highest, number 10, and we're just waiting for the next time that we're here, Randy. He might be number one. You just don't know.
Absolutely. Now, Cameron, your college experience. I mean, first, can you talk about, because we covered the entire NCAA championships this year in tennis one, first ball to last ball for the team and the individual. So we're very invested in the sport, and we saw so many great players play this year, many of whom played for the TCU Horton Frogs. Now, talking to fans out there that may be getting more interested in college tennis, or kids that are going to play college tennis, or students that are playing college tennis, talk about that gateway from college tennis to the pros. Why was it right for you? Because obviously it was the right move, because you wouldn't be where you were right now without that time at TCU, would you?
Definitely not. I don't. Yeah, for sure. And I think I got extremely fortunate to have coaches like David and Devin surrounding me, and obviously my coach now, Faku, who I met there and I played on the team with. But without that support and they definitely taught me a lot, and I matured a lot at TCU, and I think without those guys, I don't think there's no chance I would be where I am right now. So I have a lot to thank to those guys, and they're great coaches, great people off the court as well. So um, yeah, for me, TCU was amazing. Just going in there was it was such a family. You're not just there for 4 years. For me, I've still practiced there, and I'm still practicing with the guys there. I go back there 2 or 3 times a year. I've done preseasons there, so for me, it's like another home. And my experience there was great. I had everything taken care of the tennis. I got to enjoy my 3 years that I spent there with a great team, and it's not real life. You're working out with your friends, you're enjoying with them off the court, and you're competing with them, and you're playing a lot of matches, and you're learning a lot on the court and off the court. And I think for me, I was pretty immature going into TCU, and I think with the help of the coaches there, I definitely matured and made a lot of mistakes. But I think that at college, and as you can afford to make a couple mistakes rather than making those mistakes on the tour and on the futures when you don't really have the leeway to do so. But so for me, TCU, I can't say any enough positive things about there. I'm still practicing there, and I love going there. I'm going there after Wimbledon to get ready for the US swing, and I'm going to do a block with Devin there in the Texas heat. So for anyone questioning if they want to play pro, I mean, complete no brainer for me. The coaches at TCU, obviously unbiased, and worked out well for me and so many players so far. But it's an amazing experience, and yeah, they're backing it up every year. You saw this year they won the national indoors, and they made quarters and of the NCAA's and ranked one or two throughout the whole season. So it was, I mean, they're backing it up even after I've been there, and they're doing even better than the team when I played there. So there's definitely some good depth that they've got there, and then they're doing things the right way for sure.
Yeah. Any great stories or quick stories you can share about Coach Roditi or Coach Bowen? I mean, were they tough on you guys? Did you run sprints every day at practice? Were they teddy bears?
I
Did Coach Roditi ever just blow up at you?
Yeah, a couple times, but it's for the best. But it's good. It's exactly what you want in a good way, and he got a good response out of the players, and it's you leave it out there, and exactly you know where you stand with both of them. So there's no hiding, and I think for me it's a good combination that they both. Having them both there, Devin very professional on the court and goes about his business, and there's not many wasted balls in practice. So I think definitely the level of focus in the practices definitely goes up a notch when Devin's on the court with everyone. And I think with Roditi, he's got a good eye and can really see if something technically not right, or you're not having a good day, you're showing up to practice and you're stressed about studies, or you're stressed about a lot of distractions, and he'll be pretty quick to have a conversation with you and to just get you in the right frame of mind and get you ready for practice. So I think for me it's an unreal balance that they have with the temperaments and the level of coaching, and then obviously off the court it's great. It's not just like you're on the court and then you're not talking to them. You're spending a lot of time together, and I think for advice for anyone going to college, you want to go to a school where you trust the coaches and you're happy with them. You spend that much time with the team and with the coaches. So for me, like I said already, I loved both of them, and been a great impact on not only myself but so many players that have come through the program with Faku. And then we've got Rybakov on the tour. We've got Alistair Gray just starting out and winning a lot of matches recently. So yeah, there's no reason why those guys can't be top 100, top 50 for me. And yeah, all thanks to those coaches, and I think just the way TCU and the environment that that thrives, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it all.
Yeah, Coach, do you have any stories about Cameron just quickly that you can share that come to mind about him off the court? Just doing great. He's such a professional now. That's how he's gotten to where he is today, 11 in the world, because of the way he approaches his preparation and his diet and everything he does. He wasn't exactly that same guy, was he?
I wasn't so professional at college, but I've I got it out the system at college, I think. So it was, yeah, but he's got some good stories for sure.
Just one. think you're muted, Coach. Coach, you're muted.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. But thank you, Cam, for saying all that. That was you make it sound so good, but it's at the end of the day, the players are the ones getting the work done. So as far as Cameron, I gotta be careful with the stories I pick here because he can destroy me as well. As Cameron explains, I feel like we had a very, very honest, very open relationship. I like to believe that that's the way it is with all the players. They know who Devin is and what he's all about and what they're gonna get from Devin on a daily basis. And I hope that they would say the same with me. They know what to expect and we can talk about. Devin and I have been best friends forever. He's like my older brother, so we know how to balance each other out. But with Cameron, there was a time where basically Devin just had enough, and he thought that Cameron needed to sort of, I don't know, reel it in a little bit. Um, and Devin's like, all right, I'm gonna tell him that next time he misses a morning practice, which it didn't happen very often, but this one time he did. He was late to a morning practice, and Devin is telling me that he's going to tell Cam, this is it, one more, and you'll be in the transfer portal if there was one at the time. And I was like, Devin, are you sure? I'm not sure I'm okay with this, And he's like, trust me, he needs to hear it. He loves it here. He's not going anywhere. And so we had that chat, and obviously here he is, 11 in the world right now. And Cameron, Cameron, what separated Cameron from everybody, and I would say Rybakov is in the same page, Alistair Gray, our best players, in college, it's college. It's college. They're 19, 20, 21. There's a whole side of campus and college life that is not on the tennis court. And Cameron, he makes it sound like he made so many mistakes. He didn't. He didn't. He hardly ever had a bad practice. He would, for what I hear now, he had the ability to get his work done. I don't think we ever had one conversation about academics. He would miss 2 weeks in a row, and somehow, I don't know how he did it, but academics was never an issue. He got good grades, he got the job done, and then he had a great time socially, and then he would get the job done on the court. So he had an unbelievable skill of being able to compartmentalize all sides, all aspects of his personal life, and then get to practice and get it done. And at the end of the day, you get it done in all aspects. More power to you. And yeah, he obviously, as every 19, 20, 21-year-old, a couple times, he had to be reeled in. But he was an amazing. I knew he was special when I got to coach him at regionals. He was a freshman, and he won the regionals here in Texas. A lot of really good players. Beat a player from Texas who was a senior, who didn't give you a point, and I was on court and actually focused, which is hard for me. So only one match, finals of the regionals, and I felt coming out of that match, that's when I was like, okay, he's different. He knows, he's got an unbelievable sense of the momentum of the match and how the points are going, and it might be 1-1 in the first set, and it's kind of a big point. I'm nervous as a coach, and I noticed that Cameron felt it too, and it's not normal for a 19-year-old to feel that in a match. So that was after that tournament, I was sold. We'll see how high this guy can get, and we had a great time. And it was a bummer. I believe we had some of the best teams we ever had, if not the best team we ever had when Cameron was here. We just had the worst luck with injuries one year, and I felt that was a year that we probably could have won it all. And unlucky for Cam, he just at the bottom of the lineup, we had so many injuries that we weren't able to do a little bit better. But he was in a Final Four team in a bunch of quarterfinals events as well in the NCAAs.
Well, thanks for that, Coach. And all of that insight is just unbelievable to hear the relationship that you guys had and the success Cameron had at TCU and now is having on the tour. Now, one company that has taken notice of how much success he's had and how marketable this young man is K-Swiss, who is sponsoring our show today. Cameron, I wanted to talk a second about the Ultra Shot 3. That's the shoe you wear. Do you have it? Do you have a pair with you right now? Are you wearing them?
Yeah, I'll go grab them. Got some nice new grass shoes.
While you're
Let's see
walking
over
over,
there.
can you tell us about the Ultra Shot? It's a hell of a shoe. Everybody knows that. Well, look at those bad boys. Wow. So those will go
Fresh
on.
white, ready for Wimby. These ones.
So tell us about that shoe and how it compares to shoes you've worn in the past. And obviously, the shoe has so much to do with a player's success, especially when you get over on the grass and the footing can get a little slippery.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, K-Swiss. For me, I mean, this model has been unbelievable. So comfortable. I mean, you as a professional player, you're obviously wearing a lot of new pairs of shoes, so you need to make sure that you can adapt to it pretty quickly. And when even with this one, you put it on new, and it's so comfortable and yeah, I mean, it's just a good looking shoe, and they're making their design team is stepping up, and it's looking better and better, and as the years go by. And for me, at TCU, I was wearing the Nike Vapor, and then coming out of college, and I when I first went pro, I was still using that, and then switching to K Swiss. I think this shoe outdoes the Nike Vapor and more comfort. My foot just feels more protected and some more durability, and the shoes last much longer than the Nike Vapor as well. So for me, and it's such a big part, I'd say that the two most important things as a player is, I think, is the string and your footwear. And if you find a footwear you like, for me, it's been unreal, and they've been a great service. They're always sending stuff. They're always asking if I've got enough stuff. So it's been a wonderful brand to work with, and for me, yeah, the shoes are the best on the market for me, and yeah, I think it's also been a reason why that I've been, knock on wood, more or less injury free for. I think I've only missed one or two tournaments in the last 4 years based on injuries. So for me, I mean, it says a lot about the footwear that I'm wearing, and what my body can go through, especially with the amount of playing so much. And so I think it's a great brand, and the shoe is a good looking shoe, and definitely very comfortable.
Do you have any of the apparel you're going to be wearing over there? The whites. Would love to.
Yes.
Are you allowed to debut it, or
Yes,
does it happen in the court?
I think they're still in the packet. Oh, I took them out actually yesterday. Yeah.
So you'll be wearing this. You'll be debuting this in Queens or at Wimbledon?
No, at Wimbledon.
At
Yeah,
Wimbledon.
hold on. Obviously, just
Oh yeah.
white shirt, and then it's pretty cool. It's got these little colors here, very sly, but good on the sleeves as well. So definitely very comfortable, breathable shirt, and yeah, just gonna obviously try keep it as white as possible leading into Wimby.
No, it's beautiful stuff. And finally, I know that the folks at K Swiss, Jackie and Dave, mentioned a party that they had over in the UK with you the other night. Can you talk a little bit about the party? The only thing I know about the party is that I wasn't invited, but how'd it go? What was that all about? It sounded like a blast and a real promotional success for your friends at K Swiss.
Yeah, it was very cool actually. Everyone from K Swiss and in Europe, and then Jackie in the US came over to come have dinner with me, and take a bunch of contestants out to dinner in one of my favorite restaurants, in an Argentinian restaurant that Facu and Julian, my physio, also Argentinian, they love. So very generous of K Swiss to take everyone out, and I didn't enjoy it as much as Jackie did. Jackie and my agent James, they definitely went after it and enjoyed themselves as they should. I had practice. I had practice early the next day, so I left pretty early, but it was great food, my favorite place. in London, and yeah, cool to hang out with those guys and to just get to know them a little bit more off the court. And yeah, I had a good time.
All right. Well, this has been great. We really, really appreciate you coming into the TennisONE app. It looked like you were getting ready to say something else.
I just want one question for David.
Sure.
But before the season started, Roditi, would you have signed for the season that you had with the team that you had? Obviously winning national indoors and then going on to make quarters, or would you just be like, all right, I got the season to start over and let's see how it goes? Would you sign for what you finished and what you had?
Yes, the answer is yes. I think considering how competitive everything is, being in a university that's $75,000 with 4.5 scholarships, I feel like for us to be finishing number 3 in the nation, winning in national indoors. Yes, especially with if you would have asked me first week or Devin first week of January when everybody was injured or COVID and we had Florida, Virginia, Mississippi State all coming into TCU. Yeah, absolutely. Tennessee. I thought we were going to be 0-8 for the start of the year. So. Yeah, if we ever complain about being number 3 in the nation and winning national indoors, that's when you know we've lost it. So obviously, losing to Kentucky there in the quarterfinals hurt, and on paper it was disappointing. We knew they had a hell of a team, so we knew it was going to be a tough match, and we were on the wrong side of that battle. As you know, as a professional tennis player, sometimes you're just on the wrong side. But looking back, a great year. Very proud of our players. I thought they stepped up big time, put up with a lot of injuries and sickness, and competed really hard. So you would have been very proud as well, Cameron. You would have liked that team. We could have used you at the NCAAs, but that's all right. I have a question for you. Alistair Gray, he's had a great start. British, he's right there. I'm sure you'll get to see him here in the grass courts. Have you had a conversation with Alistair of any advice? Anything? Have you ran into each other? How's that relationship going?
I haven't. No, I haven't seen Alistair in a while. Obviously, I practice with him a little bit when I'm back. Nah, but he's surprised me honestly with his results and everything. But I mean, with the way he goes about his business and he takes care of every little detail, and I think he's improved a lot. He's got a huge serve, and he almost took Vidasco the other day, a couple points in it, and no, I mean texting him all the time. I'm following his results and always looking to try practice with him and seeing what he's up to. But for me, it's unreal to see him winning tournaments and going back to back and yeah, it's would I want someone else to hang out with on from TCU on the tour. So I want either both Alistair and Rybakov to step up, and I don't think they're that far off. They're right there, and why not Jerry as well? I don't know. So we've got some guys out there, and hopefully it'll be nice to have some frogs to hang out with on the tour. Hopefully very soon.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe Reese will be the next doubles specialist there at Wimbledon. So
For sure.
yeah, it's great. Well, this is all you got all this started. Cam, and say hi to Faku. We miss you guys. I'm excited to hear that you're coming back this summer like you always do before the hardcourt. So good luck. Good luck on the grass. You'll see Devin out there. I won't make it, but he'll be out there.
Okay, cool. Thanks a
Thanks,
lot.
guys. Hey guys, this has been a lot of fun, and thanks so much. I know you have a busy practice schedule right now, getting ready for the grass court season. So thanks so much for joining. Thanks, Coach Roditi. Thanks, Coach Bowen. Thanks, TCU Nation, for joining. Just one more time, if we could get camera in the middle, I just want to see. I want to see one of these babies.
Go
There it
Frogs.
is that good, Coach? Is that a good one?
That's great. That's very good technique. That's very good.
Nice. Well, thanks for having me, and thanks to everyone for tuning in, and hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thanks so much. This was great.
All right.
Say hi
Cheers,
to your
guys.
parents, Cameron. Thank you.
Have a good one. Later, guys. Bye.